Hello, future toppers. Let's make maths simple, intuitive, and fun together. So, we are back with new session of differential equation. In this session, we will study how to solve differential equation. Means we guys have already studied how to create a differential equation, okay, in previous session. Now we will backtrace the original equation. So there are so many methods, and majorly we have to study 4 different types of methods in this session or in upcoming videos. Okay, so the first thing is variable separable method. So in this part there will be, like, that in differential equation you will be having dy by dx and you will be having something in x, something in y. Okay, so what will happen, like there are some situations in which you can segregate y thing on one side, x thing on one side. Means every x will be kept on one of the side, either LHS or RHS, and the next like variable will be placed into the opposite side. So this is named as variable separable method. Okay, and then there will be some situations in which you cannot directly judge whether it can be converted into variable separable method or not. Okay, so over there we will convert our differential equation into variable separable method, and we will be using some different types. So these are the types. So in type A you will be having dy by dx equals to function in xy. Okay, and then you have to respond. How we will respond, we will study later. Then in the next part you will be having dy by dx equals linear function by linear function, and the main condition is, look at this, a2 plus b1 should be equal to 0. Means the middle constant of numerator and the leading coefficient of denominator, means coefficient of x from denominator and coefficient of y from numerator, sum up to 0. Then only you can apply this method. Then there will be one method in which you have to use polar coordinate. How it works we will study later, and in the first part we will study variable separable method only. Okay, later we have to study linear differential equation. So here also we will respond the same, and then there are some situation in which you cannot convert directly, you cannot convert your question into linear differential equation. So over there we have to convert our question into linear differential equation, and this is this way. So you will be having question in the form of dy by dx plus p of x into y equals q of x into y power n. Then you have to respond accordingly. Okay, like in mains and advance you can expect one question from this chapter, and like there is higher chance that you will have that question from linear differential equation. Okay, like suppose there will be 10 shift in next year, so you can expect from in 7th shift they will ask question based on linear differential equation, and then 2 to 3 variable separable method, and if you are super lucky then you will have homogeneous differential equation. And then, like, there are some situation in which you cannot find out directly, you cannot convert your question into homogeneous differential equation. So how will you respond? So we will study later, and the question will look like dy by dx equals linear function by linear function. If you will observe, in variable separable method also we have this situation. Okay, like dy by dx equals to linear function by linear function, and here also we have dy by dx equals to linear function by linear function. But For variable separable method, we have this condition: sum of coefficient of x from the denominator and coefficient of y from the numerator should sum up to 0. But for homogeneous differential equation, there is no condition. Okay. And then we will study exact differential equation. These are the four things which we have to study. First, we will cover up variable separable method, and later we will respond accordingly. Okay. So now try to understand how we will manage variable separable method. So as you know that you will be having question, means look at this, like while handling question from this chapter na, how you have to respond, you have to understand. Like for every question, first you have to think whether this question can be solved using variable separable method or not. If it is applicable, do it. Otherwise, try to apply filter 1. Filter 1 of variable separable method. Dy by dx equals function in x. Okay. Then filter 2, dy by dx equals to linear by linear. Then filter 3, dy by dx of, like it should be in polar form. Okay. Polar coordinate we will be using. Later you will be applying second filter. This is linear differential equation. Okay, and then filter 1 of linear differential equation. Then we have homogeneous differential equation, and then we have filter 1 for homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so you have to respond accordingly. Let's deal one of the example. Solve differential equation dy by dx equals 1 plus x plus y plus xy. So look at this. First we will try to understand whether it is like we can apply variable separable or not. Okay. So the idea is, look at here. So first look at here. We will try to segregate x and y. Okay, so we have 1 plus x. Then look at here. I will be taking y common. So if you will take y common, we will be left with this. And if you'll observe, you can still take common 1 plus x, and you will be having 1 plus y. Now look at this. You have completely segregated y thing altogether, x things altogether. So what we will do? We will keep y thing on one side, x thing on the other side, means variable separable method. We will separate the variables. So suppose in this side we will be keeping dy. So we will keep everything in y on this side. And suppose we will be keeping dx that side, so we will keep all the things which are in the form of x this side. Okay. Now what we will do? We will apply integration on both sides. Okay. Now look at this. If you will take this thing as z, you can directly integrate this function. So integration of dy by 1 plus y will become log of 1 plus y equals. Now the integration on this side is done. Now integration means you have to integrate this side with respect to y and this side with respect to x. Okay. Now integration of 1 is what? X. Integration of x is what? X square by 2 plus integration constant c. Done. Now you got your original curve. Okay. Sometimes what will be what will happen, they will be giving you certain situation. Okay. Of, according to that you can find out the value of this arbitrary constant c. I hope the idea is clear. So see you guys in next session of MathFlix.